Oh, look at the other co-host. She's getting very upset. Hey folks, this is SLP Reviews, and yesterday's video we looked at Michelle Yeoh's Oscar speech, which many are saying is a rebuttal to Don Lemon stating that older women are past their prime at a certain age. If you haven't watched that video, go check it out. Link is in the description. Don Lemon made that comment during his morning show, which he shares with two other hosts on CNN. This made me think about the awkwardness on what I heard was friction between Don Lemon and his co-hosts. If you don't know, Don Lemon is a huge CNN reporter and either has had or still has his own primetime news show on CNN. He now shares a morning show with two other co-hosts. Let's see if there's any legitimacy to the claims of tension between Don Lemon and his hosts, and any social language learning opportunities that we can find. And as always, if you like the video or not, hit the like button, leave a comment. Let's get into it. Don Cha, upstage me, okay. How Don Lemon repeatedly talked over and interrupted his CNN co-host Caitlin Collins before berating her off camera and making her run from set in tears. That's not good. As always, I haven't looked at this article or video yet, and this is all a fresh take. So friction is said to have been growing between co-host Don Lemon and Caitlin Collins on the CNN set of This Morning, which is their show. Conflict has caused a sense of discomfort among the cast and crew on set. Lemon allegedly scolded Collins in front of staff following the December 8th broadcast for interrupting him several times while on air. Okay. Let's see it. So this right here is Don Lemon. Okay. And these are two hosts. I think this is Caitlin Collins over here, and this is his other host. Looks like they're getting along fine here. Or not in this picture. Let's see. So Curtis Hook says he made a video of all the times from December 8th CNN morning show when Caitlin Collins and Don Lemon talked over each other before Lemon berated Collins after the show, and she got emotional and stormed off the set. Let's take a look at it. Let's see what we got. Loading. Still loading. I'll say, by the way, while this is loading, if you look at this, I know this is Caitlin over here, and on the left side, or the right, on your end, the other host in green, she definitely does not look happy. Those pursed lips. Is this going to play? Continue watching on Twitter. No. All right, here we go.
Soon.
I know.
Yeah. Which I should note, the Trump team is pushing back.
There are no new revelations.
Plan for Harry and Meghan.
Yeah. Kardashification, if that's a word, of
I think you just
the
made
royals. I think I just made that. What dog is
They've
this?
multiplied. You guys need me to step in here?
Hey, Caitlin, it's TNN's Bianca Novelo.
Secretly.
All right, so that's fun so far, right? Seems like they're having a little bit of jibber jabber. I actually would like to get this. I hate when I'm always getting these chopped up bits of video. I need to see the whole natural interaction. Interaction between Don Lemon and co-hosts. Video. Footage. Talking over. The Hill usually has pretty good stuff.
There's more rumbling at CNN, according to the New York Post.
Yeah, Kardashian.
Let's play it.
A lot of
It'll be even more soon.
I know. Yeah.
Which I should note, the Trump team is pushing back.
There are no new revelations.
Okay, I know the audio is a little bit weird, but bear with me.
For Harry and Meghan.
Yeah, Kardashification, if that's a word, of
I think you just
the
made it.
royals. I think I just made that. What dog is
It's
this?
multiplied. You guys need me to step in here?
Hey, Caitlin, it's TNN's Bianca Novolog.
Oh, but Caitlyn! Alright, so he wants her to stop talking, obviously, right? She's, I think Caitlyn is one of the, Caitlyn is in a red and blue half and half blouse dress. And she seemed to interject. They're talking about the royal family, and it seems like Don Lemon has a point to make. And both of the hosts are joining in and having that discussion, but it seems like Don Lemon actually wants to just get his point out, and he kind of had to interject, and what it seems like to get his point across. That's what I see so far.
Royals. I think I just made that. What dog is
It's
this?
multiplied. You guys need me to step in here?
Hey, Caitlin, it's TNN's Bianca Novolog.
Equally important for us.
Caitlyn, yeah, he wants to get his point across.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different generation. Different generation. They're trying to appeal to.
I got to see them. Sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't.
Which rankled the royal.
Okay, so Don wants to get his point across again. He touches Caitlyn's back, saying, "Hey," it's kind of like, you know, someone touches your back, like, "Hey, I'm about to jump in here. It's my turn," right? And I can see that he's surrounded by 4 other hosts, so it must be hard for him to get his point across. Can anyone let me know if this is his show? I know he's a co-host, but is he the primary person that we're supposed to be looking at? I don't look at this stuff, but let me know. It does seem at this point that he's having a hard time getting his point across, and he is being cut off.
Family, though. So much. Princess Diana got so much more attention.
And Tony Blinken is speaking about that this weekend, too, about this possible deal for getting out of CNN.
So now you see Caitlyn's mouth is left gaped open. Let's try again.
Diana got so much more attention.
And Tony Blinken is speaking about that this weekend, too, about this possible deal for getting out of CNN's Frederick Plait.
Before you go to Fred, can I just add?
Hold on, we missed
So
it.
much more attention.
And Tony Blinken is speaking about that this weekend, too, about this possible deal.
All right, so Caitlyn's mouth is still open. It seems like she wanted to follow through with what she's talking about, but there's definitely some kind of friction here, and I'm not saying that it's it's not friction in a nefarious way. What you have here is 2 people that want to talk at the same time, and they're negotiating. That's natural in a conversation. When 2 people have a conversation, it's natural that they jockey for position, and it seems like, I don't know if it's a nefarious or evil thing. They just, at this point, it just doesn't seem like they have a chemistry. When you're having a conversation with someone that you know and someone you have chemistry with, it becomes a little bit more natural for you to figure out and to know when it's your turn to join in the conversation. Most people do this all the time, and it's pretty straightforward and simple, but for some reason these 2 folks, it's a little bit tough for them, which we call in speech and language the conversation exchange, right? You say something, I say something. It's a back and forth.
For getting out of CNN's Frederick Plait.
Before you go to.
Okay, and here you see Caitlyn put her hand out, right? Her right hand and arm is extended, and it's obvious that she wants to say something before they go to a break. I don't see a problem with that. Seems like Don Lemon is either going to another segment, maybe it's a break, but this could be a perfect opportunity for Caitlyn to get her piece in. Let's see what happens next.
I just add.
And it doesn't seem like, I want to pause it there.
Princess Diana
see it
got so
again.
much more attention.
And Tony Blinken is speaking about that this weekend, too, about this possible deal for getting out of CNN's Frederick Plait.
Before you go to Fred.
And see, Caitlyn says, before we go to whatever that next segment is or whatever that next pivot is. Don Lemon does not look too happy right now. He looks surprised. His mouth is also now agaped open. So I don't think he's receptive right now to hearing what Caitlin's about to say. And I think he wants to go left. Caitlin wants to go right.
Frederick Pleiken joining us from Berlin with the news this morning.
So it looks, okay. So I guess Don is trying to allow his next guest, to join into the conversation. Caitlin wants to interject and say something, real quickly here. I don't see a problem with allowing her to step in here. So this is where you're seeing the friction, right? So when Don wanted to have his piece and have his say, Caitlin was trying to speak, right? But I think she did allow Don to talk when he rubbed her shoulder and interject. So she did allow him to speak after that. Let's see if Don allows Caitlin to speak.
We're told that the swap happened at the Abu Dhabi airport. We're standing by for the President of the United States.
Okay. And no, Don doesn't allow her to speak. Now keep in mind, this is why I really hate videos that are edited like this. It seems like now Don hasn't allowed Caitlin to speak, but we're not entirely sure as to why that is. Okay, so yeah. Okay, we're not exactly sure as to why that is, so let's keep going. There could be something that we missed.
It's been
And it's very obvious that she's not happy right now. You can look at this look. Look at this. Look at this.
Morning. We are told that the swap happened at the Abu Dhabi airport. We're standing by for the President of the United States.
Frustration. Frustrated. She gives a look at the camera. She gives a facial expression. She picks up her paper. And I think what's happening is this host on the opposite side wearing the green velvet, I think she's picked up on the social cues of what's going on. And she's seeing it as well.
It's been 10 months since she's been held.
Okay. Now Caitlin completely, she's like, okay, I know you're not allowing me to speak. I'm going to interject anyway and get my point out. And I can tell with Don Lemon's mouth agape, this is a tell on him. His mouth is completely agape. He's not happy that she forced her way back into the conversation.
Captivity.
8:30.
Okay. This look that Don Lemon gave. He looked at Caitlin like this and then looked back into the camera. That is not a happy man. So that is an irritated look if you've ever seen it. Oh, look at the other co-host. She's getting very upset. So Don Lemon is irritated, but this other co-host looks very upset right now. So I don't know how this is going to end, but this does not look good right now. The water is boiling right now, and this thing may blow at any point in time. I haven't seen it, but this doesn't look too good.
This morning. We need to also tell you, see, President Biden expected to speak at the White House at any moment now.
And
He was briefed. Stand by 1 second. He was
Okay. So now Caitlin is about to interject and say something, which he's doing very often. But Don said just 1 second, not right now. And this time, if you notice, he's not even looking at her. At this point, it does seem like Don Lemon is ignoring Caitlin right now. Let's see.
Throughout the morning, it was awaited confirmation from Griner back in U.S. custody.
Yeah, we know. Yeah. And of course, the conditions that she's been living through.
And if you hear, so I know this isn't the best audio, but if you hear right now, you can see that Caitlin's voice. Let's play it again. I just noticed a reduced intensity or otherwise volume in her voice. And I think that's a bit of frustration.
We need to also tell you, see, President Biden expected to speak at the White House at any moment now.
And
he was briefed. Stand by 1 second. He was briefed throughout the morning. It was awaited confirmation.
Yeah, she's frustrated.
From Griner back in U.S. custody.
Yeah, we know. Yeah. And of course, conditions that she's been living through.
And of course, conditions. She's even barely getting her words out. So at this point, Caitlin is very frustrated.
The President of the United States is entering the room.
She's even stuttering some of her words.
With President Biden's wife and the Vice President.
Such a
I'm
big
glad you were here.
Yeah, such important perspective.
All right, so let's see. Definitely some confusion going on here, for sure. So the reports go here in one instance with Don Lemon discussing Brittany Griner's release. Collins struggles to get in a word edgeways. Agreed. As Lemon talks about prisoner swap, Collins tried to interject. I think the swap happened. Lemon continues. Yeah, I saw that. It's been 10 months. Collins states only for, since he's been held in captivity, Collins states only for Lemon to simply ignore her comment to tell the time. I saw that. In further coverage of his prisoner swap, Lemon tells of how President Biden is about to speak. And one thing to watch, Collins starts only for it to be brushed aside. I saw some of the brushings aside. Now, what I would like to see, though, is I would like to see the entire video. It's very difficult to just judge folks on their social language in these videos that are cut and edited, right? So, and another sign of frostiness on set in a more recent broadcast from the show from January 31st. The presenters sign off from the show with Lemon standing up to leave another desk before the ending credits have started rolling. Collins, 30, was the youngest chief. Okay. I mean, Collins seems. Look at this picture. Collins is leading him to him. They look happy together. At least she does. I'm not sure if Don is completely. He has a smirk. Let's give him a fair shot. He has a smirk. Don Lemon may also be struggling to share the spotlight after previously having his own show. Okay. So he does not have his current CNN show, and this could be, let me put perspective taking. You've had your show, just you, and now you have to share it with 2, 3, 4 people. I can see how that could be difficult for Don, for sure. That may be the reason of the friction. They may be navigating that. And okay. Oh! Lemon's December blow-up isn't the first wrong move he's made while adjusting to sharing the limelight with his new colleagues. A week prior, he was shot down by Collins and Harlow after they accused him of mansplaining why the U.S. men's soccer team should get paid more, despite their lack of success. This is interesting. So, I know the dynamic is Don Lemon and 2, 3, 4 of the women, but it seems like there's some gender tension here. And they're saying that Don was mansplaining to them. I don't know why they said he's mansplaining. If he has a view of why U.S. men's soccer team should get paid more, despite their lack of success. But I think we'll finish this video here and now. Let me know if I should actually go and review that video, because it does sound interesting. I would love to take a look at that video to figure out and see why Don Lemon was accused of mansplaining. And he insisted that he was joking when he said that men were more interesting to watch. I mean, okay, maybe we should leave that for the next one. I guess this is them at an NBA game. All right, folks, that's it for today. Just to rehash, I don't think. Yes, I see 2 folks jockeying for position in a conversation exchange. It did not look natural. There was definitely some very awkward moments. And what you see here is 2 people fighting for position on when to talk. It could be because of Don Lemon's previous role where he was not accustomed of having to do so. He's a huge name. I know Caitlyn is a great journalist as well, from what I can tell. But obviously she's not as big as Don Lemon. And I think he's just, if I could presume, it's probably because he's just accustomed to having the floor on his own and being able to direct conversations on his show. From what I could see, it's not that he wanted to just ramble and talk. He wanted to continue and move on with the show. And what I saw was Caitlyn interjecting. Now, keep in mind, to be fair to Caitlyn, she does have all right to interject. She's part of the show. It just seems like those two aren't comfortable working with each other. If you like the video or if there's something I missed, let me know in the comments. Hit the like button. Peace out, and I may do another video on this. Let me know if you want it. Bye.